Hi everyone, I'm Natasia Moore, and today I'm going to be sharing some unproductive and productive conflict management strategies, or as I like to think, how we fight dirty versus how we fight clean. I'll also reflect on how I've handled in the past and what I've learned from it. I would start with name calling and insults. I've seen and honestly used this in arguments myself. Like saying, "You're so selfish," when I felt frustrated. This just makes the situation worse because it attacks the person rather than the problem. Another one is the silent treatment. I'm guilty of this. I've shut down completely instead of talking things out and made it to the other person. It makes the other person feel annoyed or ignored, and the issue just sat there unresolved. Another is blaming and deflecting responsibility. For example, during a group project, I've attempted to say, "Well, it's your fault, we're behind," instead of owning up to my part. So, taking accountability. Another is bringing up unrelated past mistakes, like saying, "Hey, you always do this. Remember last Christmas?" It shifts focus from the current issue. Another is threats or ultimatums. Things like, "If you don't do what I want, we're done." That just kind of creates fear and kind of damages trust with others. Sarcasm, mocking. I've done the "oh, of course you're right," in a sarcastic tone. It can be hurtful to some people or kind of dismissive. If I think about how I feel if someone used these on me, then I know I'd feel disrespected, hurt, or angry yet in the heat of the moment. It can be easy to fall into patterns because we're emotional or trying to protect ourselves. Now let's talk about productive conflict strategies, how to fight clean. Using I statements, for example, "I'm feeling upset when I feel upset when I'm left out of decisions," rather than blaming. Active listening, like making eye contact, paraphrasing what the other person says, like, "So you're saying you felt left out." Seeking compromise, finding the middle ground, like splitting between two vacation spots instead of arguing about it. Focusing on the issue at hand, staying on topic, not dragging in old arguments. Trying to break a cool down, like just take a break and calm down. Let's take 10 minutes, come back to this. That really helps from things escalating. Showing empathy, saying things like, "I can see how that's frustrating you." These strategies can help conflicts become opportunities for understanding rather than damage. When I've used them, like trying to use more I statements, I've noticed that conversations go a lot smoother. It takes effort, but it's worth it in the end. As Mr. Wilmot and Hawker point out in Interpersonal Conflict, focusing on the issue rather than attacking the person helps maintain relationships and leads to more productive resolutions. Looking back, I realize how important it is to pause and choose strategies that promote respect and problem solving. It's not always easy, but when I choose productive approaches, I feel better about myself and the relationship after the conflict. Thanks for listening. I hope this helps you reflect on your own conflict style.